That's what's in you already.
So
They
now say it one more time. You take the eye and bring it down, and it makes
the
the
pyramid
pyramid
hole.
hole. What you were saying about it? Right,
Okay,
that's true. But what you were saying about it?
I was saying that's your eye in the sky. You see, and that eye that's in the sky is already in you. They took it out of you, threw it in the sky, gave it a name. You see,
And what is the eye in the sky?
that's what be the watch is God. That's what be God. The eye in the sky would be God. No, that's the truth that's in you already. It's just that these assholes realize that shit, took that shit from you, and now they shining it over you, getting you to do what they want you to do. That's why you working. Them birds don't go pay no
Okay.
rent no fucking well. Them bees don't go pay no rent no motherfucking well neither. That's why we wasn't paying no rent no motherfucking well as we built the motherfucking pyramids. Thank you. So like I said again, these motherfuckers put all this shit into play. Money, silver, all and man, they did that. They did that. They did that, baby.
Okay.
We had the monetary system, baby. We would give and receive, receive and give. You dig equally. You dig?
We had the what? What you call it? The
Monetary,
monetary
yeah, the
what?
monetary system, man. If that,
Monetary is money.
if that's,
So
if
you
that,
mean
yeah.
bartering? Bartering?
Nah, we started the monetary system. See, we started with the money instead of before we was your word
Okay,
was bond.
so you do mean monetary.
Yeah,
Okay.
your word was bond at one time. You dig? You know, you would trade in different
Right. Right.
living things, living. But see, when they put that,
Bartering. They call it the trade, but
yeah,
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 bartering.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
You
you
know,
might
if
well
I
call it
had the
commerce.
rice, you had the beans. I give you rice, you give me
There you
beans. Ain't
go.
that?
There you
Yeah,
go.
bartering. Yeah,
And like I said again,
bartering.
I knew carpentering, you dig, and you knew lights. So we'll get
Right.
together and start lighting, carpenting different shit, and then letting people come in. And it was all about us doing for each other. That's
Yep.
about it. You dig? And
And
then
that's
they
how
throw the money.
other cultures do. That's how they do. They
Mm-hmm.
work together. We don't. We do not. We are
Yep,
subdivided.
yep, yep. Because like I told you, G, sit there and think about it. If we had to go back somewhere, where would we go? Just as well as if the white folks had to go somewhere, where would they go? Because when you look at it, who really knows where they're supposed to go? Because we've been mixed up in basically every fucking thing. But that's the whole way how you get a people. You mix them bitches up from not knowing themselves. Why I say silly waking up now. And why silly wake up and put two and two together to make four and know that it adds up to know that people lie, them numbers don't? Shit. You can start realizing why this ain't adding up for you to be where you at and not be done graduated for more. How'd that happen, G? See, something is stagnating you somewhere, and you having that other better half, you dig, to make it more, because two is always better than what? One. I'm just saying. But the other person gotta be equally yoked with you, but y'all ain't gonna mix, and y'all gonna bump heads because y'all ain't communicating. It's all about communication, baby. All about the communication.
I see. Truck driver had text me again. Say hello. Good morning. Oh, good evening. Good evening. I'm home. Are you okay? I'm good because he had been texting child, called a few times, child, and what?
G, because like I said again, G, when you realize
Right.
why you lied, and then you realize a lot of mistakes, I guarantee you that boy starting to feel like that trip was a fucking mistake. I guarantee you.
I realized that I was really digging him.
Mm, yeah,
I
yeah,
realized
yeah.
when I saw when that nigga sent that money to Jamaica back in December, I'm like,
Yeah.
mm. I just continued to hang out because it was nice having company being there. But I'm like, this nigga, I mean,
You ain't crazy, G.
he still feel right. I'm not at all.
You
I'm
ain't
not
crazy.
at
You
all.
ain't crazy.
I'm like, man.
You
I'm
see?
like, nah, yeah, he still, ain't no, he probably never, yeah, he never gave up from when we first started
Nope.
kicking it. So,
Nope.
with
Nope.
all of that being said, and then, this nigga is spending his sex jail here for what? This is not your address, even though my name is on the packages and stuff. So, if my name on the packages, that means they're my packages. But anyway, why you sending it here? I know you done bought more since we last talked. The last time you said your package was missing, you were supposed to address it, but you turn right back around and send more stuff here like that. What are you implying? But you go ahead and do you. I'm good. I ain't gotta talk to you. Whatever's wrong, this how I'm gonna get over you. I ain't got no holler for you. I'm gonna keep it like that. Hello?
I got quiet. I'm sorry. I was listening to what you're saying, but
I was about to say,
I'm tripping off of they took something off of it that I was gonna show you. It was showing about the child trafficking. They caught them. They found out that we was part of an area, DOJ, FBI, CIA, all of them was part of it, and then they took it off here. Yep, they took it off here, but they still it's in the process of doing what it do. They caught them. They Joe Soros, all of them, and they got the paperwork that proved the point that they've been trafficking children. Joe Biden, man. I saw. I'm trying to find this. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, these people, oh, they stop. They say money talk, Bush run a marathon, and these bitches can get shit took off of these bitches.
Government-sponsored, taxpayer-funded. Just, I'm gonna say that again because it just makes my skin. It makes me want to cry. Actually, it's so
It
disgusting.
made me want to cry too. Shit.
Tara Rodas is a federal whistleblower who exposed the Biden administration's government-sponsored, taxpayer-funded child trafficking under HHS, under the Department of Homeland Security and HHS. And these unaccompanied children, their unaccompanied children program and funneling these children off to be sold into sex slavery and then ultimately killed. Well, now we know that George Soros-linked NGOs are suing to stop the Trump administration from cracking down on this child trafficking.
Now, how you do that, G? How you gonna sue Donald Trump for stopping child trafficking? And nobody don't say something wrong with that. This is what Joe Soros doing. Suing us, suing the taxpayers. You know you're gonna win. You know you're gonna win against us, unless Donald Trump put his bitch ass in jail. See, they lucky I ain't in no kind of control. 'Cause I ain't putting people like that in jail. They got too much power. They gonna live like a king in jail. I'm snuffing their ass. But they don't deserve to breathe air like other humans, civilized humans. Cause these some savages. They don't need the air. I can be judge and jury and executioner dealing with them funky fuckers. Real. And wouldn't lose now. Damn, I don't sleep now though. Shit. God, dog. I was just telling you that, G. Them little children, they the most vulnerable in our society, man. And I can even put on there, you can hear Nancy Pelosi saying, we making sure that the kids are okay, so we taking the kids straight off of the line. Do you hear what I said? We taking the kids straight off of the line, meaning that they taking them straight out of the people at the border that was at those gates trying to get across the border. So if you smuggling kids, all you gotta do is bring the kids to the border, and they gonna take them. And you got what on the kids already? You already got arm braces on them. Hold on. They asked that the nigga that was over Homeland Security, did he know anything about those bracelets? That asshole lived there and told on Congress, no, what bracelets are you talking about? And that's when your boy lived there and said, you need to be fired because of your incompetence. If you don't know about the bracelets that they got, cartels got on these kids while trafficking them, you part of the shit. And that's when he got mad. You cannot accuse me of nothing. I said, yeah, you got mad because that nigga accused you right on that's what you're doing. Trafficking kids with the government. I'm looking at them while they putting them on the buses and stuff. Man, the kids look scared like a motherfucker, G. Like they don't know what the fuck going on. And to be honest with you, they don't. They don't know what the fuck going on. Wow. Look at all them kids.
Yeah, they're going after trying to stop it, and George Soros-backed NGOs are stepping in the way. Tara Rodas joins us now. Tara, great to see you again. Welcome back to the show.
Remember I told you Pitbull boarded the white woman here behind with the G. She got a hairstyle like yours. You know the hairstyle I used to wear with the claw. That's it, the claw. Yeah, she got a claw like yours. And she a white woman.
You know, I always bring up your name because it's just so infuriating to me that you would stand up in front of Congress, you would blow the whistle on what the Biden administration was doing to traffic these children around the country, and they did absolutely nothing. Now take that a step further, and now they're actually trying to sue. Not only doing nothing, but trying to sue, preventing the Trump administration from trying to find these children. What say you?
Here, Navy SEAL, 3 rules for surviving a real-world assault.
Y'all always want to throw commercials on people, man. And gee, they doing me nice. Oh man, they was already taking the skip away from me. Now they putting 35 seconds on there. You heard me? 35 seconds. They take the skip away from me, then put that bitch on there. 35 seconds. I said, hold on. That bitch you do it to be 3 seconds. 3. That bitch got 35 now. I said, oh, and then they keep on sending me one prescribed to YouTube to not have no interruptions or commercials. Man, I'm like, ooh, y'all dirty. Y'all know I'm on fire with these commercials, and y'all saying we can get it. This motherfucker pay us a month. Cause guess what? Cause Facebook won't let me do no videos. But guess what? Facebook been trying to charge me $3.40 every motherfucking month. How I found out about that? My notification was saying that it's being rejected. Because normally I have 30, 40, 50, 60 dollars up in there. And I'm always putting, more money in there. Like it's like a little pool. I just put more money in there. But then I never was noticing they were doing like a motherfucking bird on my shit. Penny pinching with that 3 something. You feel me? So I wasn't seeing it until it was being rejected. You heard me? Man, I said, what? I ain't gonna pay Facebook no fucking $3 for to have no month service with them bitches when them bitches ain't letting me do nothing. Bitch, what y'all think I'm stupid? God dog.
Yep.
I say they playing me and kicking me while playing me. I say y'all doing too much. Y'all doing the most. Yeah.
So what did you do then?
I keep that motherfucker being rejected because I ain't gonna put enough money in there for them to take it. That bitch got $2 in that motherfucker. So now all I'm gonna do is whenever I got, use it for anything, I'm gonna put the money there, use it, then put $2 again. $2 again. Cause look, I went back to see that bitch been hit me like that there for almost 2 years.
But that's
So like, okay, I'm beyond with the G.
that's how the business is, yep.
And beyond with the G. Yeah, cause look what I said, G. Yes. Now watch.
That shit add up.
Look, G.
Like I got Bitcoin and I round up, so all my rounding up goes to And I mean, I got a nice little couple of quarters in there,
No,
just off of change. So,
because it adds up when you get you long enough. It adds up because, like I say again, I want to get legal representation because I know once I get some legal representation, they ain't got no statute of limitation on shit like that. That's considered fraud because I ain't never authorized them to take shit out of my account dealing with Facebook. Yeah, hello, 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 and they got laws for that shit. It's just that you ain't got the legal system working the way it's supposed to. That's all.
yeah.
That's all. That's all. That's the reason why the bitch ain't want me to put legal aid before in motion. Because I'll come and tear this bitch up. Because I already know what the truth do. Shit. It'll fuck some lies up. But if you got too many people lying shit, the truth have no problem getting through that tough. But back to this the lady here. Gee, my hat goes all to the lady because I told you I actually cried with her because I kind of I felt for her, just put it like that. Because she ain't know she was trafficking kids. She thought that she was doing the right thing, actually putting these kids in different little places with different little families and shit. And then when she went back to go do what is called
Well, it's
there,
about to rain a fucking game.
a checkup visit.
It's about to rain again. It's
Okay.
thunder. It's terrible out there.
I told you, gee,
Sorry.
they playing with the weather because they got to get you sick, they got to get you to go up in that motherfucking hospital. Because that's where their money is being made at. That's why they give you free fucking health care, because they don't care about your health care. They just want to get your ass in there so they can say something that's happening with your ass so they can get their ass paid. Because if they don't get you in there by giving you free health care, you're going to be like, fuck y'all. And then you're going to be chilling your ass out elsewhere. And if you learn to eat and do shit for yourself, you ain't never got to go and see them bitches about no fucking health care. So now they can't see you. So therefore, they can't do you what they need to do you. Make your ass sick. So they made up the motherfucking scheme to give you a bomb motherfucking care. So they keep your ass sick. Oh yeah, I'm on this shit because I've been in this system for a long time. And I ain't get healed until I left their ass alone. Nah, and if that don't tell you something, shit, nothing will. Because soon as you realize the will and the way is knowing that the wheel is always turning, you have to find a way. Because the truth is in you to know better. To know better. Not believe better, know better. Not understand better, know better. Not have faith better, know better. And not hope better, know better. There's one way. Either you know or you don't know. But the need to know is question shit that don't make sense to you. Because the truth that's in you that makes sense, it's gonna make sense to you. And if it don't, that means it ain't a part of you, so somebody lying. Because sometimes we, like I told you, sometimes we just go along and get along because we want to we call that being safe. No, that ain't being safe. That's setting your ass up for a fall. Everybody want to hold on to the bullshit that was taught to them as children. Now that they're adults. No, that ain't safe. That ain't safe. Cause soon as shit play out, cause it ain't nothing but a game being played on you. And as soon as it play out, you're gonna realize, and you might be realizing a little bit too what late. Cause don't nobody want to live there and be like, now I get it, but you in a fucking cage. I say it like this to you, so you get it another way. You believing in your God and your Jesus coming to save your ass like Superman, Walkman, Wonder Woman bullshit. Now you a Holocaust victim. They telling you they take you to go get you some what? Some food and clothes and shit. When really they putting you in a motherfucking cooker. And as soon as you get in that motherfucking cooker, the first thing you gonna start saying, "Oh Lord Jesus, help me, Lord," and all that other bullshit, and then damn one of them gonna come, and next thing you know, your ass dead. That's the transition. That you transition. Now they want what? Knowing better. Yes, ma'am. But guess what? All it comes to a head then, because then it's too late. That's when you realize, damn, they got my ass. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 'Cause my whole thing will always be, All the motherfucking people in the Holocaust, they had to live there and slave your ass. First, they had to starve your ass. See? Nobody supposed to have control over your food. First, they had to starve your ass. So when they starved your ass, nah, they got your ass. So when they say that they taking you to go get some food, nigga, you gladly going with them to go get you some food, not knowing that you just being food because they just gonna get rid of you. Population control, bam, and that's exactly what was gonna happen right now. That's what they doing with the chemtrails, all the shit that they doing. They just doing it in a different way. But we waking up and them bitches get mad. Them bitches, oh, they can't take us getting up. I'm sorry to say they did it once before. They'll do it again if you don't come up on it. And people should start. They should start putting two and two together and see that folk. When you start seeing that they trying to change the way that the motherfucking people that built the pyramids look. Why are they trying to change that there now? They can really try to make another switch. But we up now. Silly up now. Silly up now. And I told you it's the hour of the awakening. And what I mean,
how is Amber and his mama doing? How are they doing?
well, that nigga there, he broke down on me today, so he ain't. I told her, I
Oh,
said,
he what?
he broke down on me today. He said, John, I just can't get him to see how much I love my family. I said, dog, you can't make them see. You did. You gotta let them go through what they going through, and after that, yeah, you did, because all you doing is hindering them going through what they need to go through because of all the shit that they did you, and you done throw your heart on the table, and she done stepped on it, but she stepped on it because she trying to run the household when she can't do that there, because she gonna need that man in there because it is what it is. She's
Man, unless he was working all her nerves, she got one right there that'd be down to help her. I'm like, I wish I had one that I could be around and deal with and you back me up.
and see what happened with her
But it
was
must be something else now. I hope it's,
mm,
and
mm,
so he can get what he wants,
mm.
his family back. But it's got to be more to it because women, at least small women, we don't let
She ain't
good
she ain't,
men go.
I'm sorry to say it though, she ain't smart not one bit. But anyway, he like he said, John, you don't know she was a good woman at first. I said, yeah, cause you turned her bad. He said, what you mean? I said, when you wasn't loving on her and you was fucking with this one and fucking with that one, she was loving on you then, but you wasn't. And now when you the chips done turned, it is what it is. It's on the other foot now. So you gotta let her go through exactly what you went through to get to where you at now. For her to get where she need to be at. Cause I told him, I said, it's either a woman that done flip your old lady, cause it wasn't no man.
Big money deals and nod to Iran and Syria with
Hmm.
Donald Trump.
Now why this here? They get mad from that because the dude from
Hold on. Remember what you're saying.
hmm
Oh, Lord. Mm, that's a beautiful jet, baby.
to my jet, boy, the beautiful motherfucking plane. No. Yes,
Boeing,
shit.
yes.
That's a
Beautiful
that's a
jet.
plane. Ain't no jet. That's a plane. You feel me? A plane. And
What
when
I
I
just
say
said, jet.
See,
So
but
I said what they said.
yeah, because you would,
Beautiful. Goddamn, that thing is beautiful.
yeah, because like I said again, you always gonna say what they say, 'cause
Trump
that's why
in
they
the
say it.
Middle East.
That's why they said. That's why they said you can see. But that's a plane because cause the way that plane is equipped, it makes a jet don't look like a jet. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say that's a plane because that motherfucker gonna be doing everything from being able to motherfucking drop drones within 500 feet. You feel me? That mean that you ain't hacking into that motherfucker. You ain't doing nothing to what Donald Trump about to do to that motherfucker. You feel me? And guess what the Democrats gonna get mad because they want us to pay for one, but they didn't give us one. Cause see, Donald Trump was getting ready to do the Air Force One. Is what he about to do that one. You see what I'm saying? But again, you know them funky motherfuckers. They probably got some shit dealing with the Air Force One where they can blow that bitch up. You got me? And Donald Trump want to make sure that everything done in his on specs.
Yeah, Donald Trump don't want to be riding in this shit.
Yeah, because he want like he want. There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Because he already said he want us to be head of crypto, head of chips, head of car manufacturing. You feel me? So it's like he making it clear for his cabinet to be safe after he gone out of that bitch. He doing that. Because I'm tripping over how here you go, you got a motherfucking plane that can stay in the air. This is what he doing to that motherfucker right there. You got a plane that can stay in the air over 5 years. I won't know how you do that, but then when you think about it, if you got a plane that basically does its own maintenance because the computer system is just that fucking, it is what it is. Because we got the technology. All you gotta do is have the people on board. Because if you got your solar panels working and everything, then you got your people on board making sure everything. You can stay up there for all them years. You could. Because just like they got them birds that fly from how long they fly, G, and they sleep while they flying. What they call, they fly for the south for the winter or some shit. What the name of these damn birds? Geese, them ducks. You feel me? Them ducks. They fly for I think it's 4 months. They fly for 4 months, G. And when they over the water, they be sleeping. And they just be they just be gliding while they sleep. I'm like, wow. But like I told you, G, we are part of the all. That's why it's phenomenal how all different things have its own little capabilities and shit. That's why I say everything and everyone got a piece of the puzzle that it is being here for the beat. Because of raw creativity, it is what it is. A rock is a rock because a rock has been named, labeled as being just that. Shit, you can call a rock a key if you want to. See what I'm saying? Like I told you, you are part of everything happening. Light don't die, light just transferred, just like vibration. That's why I told you, you ain't nothing but love and a rental, girlfriend. And I told you, once you showed me that, I didn't know what it was then, but I'll be goddamn if I don't know now. I'll be diggity dog if I don't know now. Cause it had to take the all to change me from all the shit that I was doing. Shit. Only one thing could get you straight. And that's what made you be. And what made you be is a natural order that you're supposed to be living in and living by because that natural order is already inside of you, just waiting on you to what? Tap back in, baby. Just tap back in. Because it never leaves you out. So above, so below. The truth is you in the middle of the circle of life, girlfriend. Because you all that there is for life to have life to be. Queen motherfucking B. Shit.
that could last for days. Charlotte said, well, it's got vitamins that you can drop the pain one of them. And when asked how many times most of the energy around the relationship, Charlotte said, too many.